Greetings from the past, fellow time traveler, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time HD. In the last episode, we cleared the ice cavern and made our way over to the water temple, so now we're ready to get this thing started without hesitation. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be real good. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just get these Tektites out of my way. If I can. Jeez, man. Took damage already. Oh, I got a heart back, though, so I'm good. I'm real good. Okay, so I don't know which way I'm facing. It's real hard to tell. Just want to peek over the edge and see what we have down there. I'm looking for something in particular. I want to make a quick stop and get the compass really early. This is something I don't normally do, but I think it's pretty interesting that you can actually do this. And there's nothing really stopping you from doing this. So we're going to put on the iron boots and sink down here. And look at the way I did that. I landed in the perfect place. And if we come around here, we actually see that there's a bunch of stingers here. These would normally not be here if we played the dungeon the so-called normal way. We just want to go ahead and take these out with our hookshot if we can. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that these are here when normally they wouldn't be, because you can raise and lower the water level in this temple. That's the mechanic of like how this dungeon works. Like the forest temple had like twisted hallways and stuff. The water temple has, well, water naturally, because it's the water temple, of course. But yeah, nothing stops us from getting the compass early, so that's what we're doing now. There's actually hookshot targets on the ceiling, so we don't have to worry about taking off the boots or anything, which is kind of nice. And even if we did, we wouldn't float high enough to actually grab the edge. Now, a fun little note about the compass here is that it's in this chest, of course. And if you're really tricky, you can hookshot the chest and then mash the A button and open it without removing the water. But for whatever reason, I haven't been able to do that in my practice run of this dungeon recently. So I'm just going to do it the normal way, which is shoot the switch, lower the water, and then open the chest. Simple enough. Because in my original playthrough, I managed to pull this off, like, within a few tries, but in my practice runs, I tried this a bunch of times and didn't get it a single time, so I feel like I shouldn't waste any time on it. Haha. Anyway, you found the compass. Now you can see the hidden things in the dungeon, but you can't see the dungeon itself because we don't yet have the map. Oh boy. That's different. We've never done that before. Because we've got, like, the arrows on the map that show where we came from and where we are, but we don't know where everything else is. Yeah, it's kind of funny to get the compass first that way. Anyway, let's go ahead and head back and do what we're supposed to. Go ahead and head back. I don't want to say that anymore. It sounds redundant and I don't like it, but I keep saying it anyway for some reason. And I don't want those spike traps to get me, so I'm going to take off the boots and run away. Or swim away, rather. And I don't want to go back up. Crap. See, this is the most annoying part about the temple, is having to take the boots on and off. We're going to have to do this a lot throughout this dungeon, and that is probably the main reason people hate this temple. But if that's the main reason, then the secondary reason is being able to easily miss keys if you're not paying attention. But here we have Princess Creepy Eyes from the past. Oh, you. If I'm right, your mom? You're your mom, aren't you? Wait a minute, I'm my own mom? How does that work? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. Oh, Link's gasp of horror. He probably just sucked in a mouthful of water, but I guess if you're wearing the Zora tunic, that's okay, somehow. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years, but now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain. Totally frozen. But the cold never bothered me. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet... Wait, not yet what? Are you gonna tell me? I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. Oh, really? Your mom, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Oh, fair enough. We can at least do that. Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. Well, this is 110% legit. The moment she floats away, you never see her again for the rest of the temple. Yeah, the game lies to you. She says, oh, I'll lead the way, follow me. And then she just up and disappears and is never heard from again till the end. Can't believe it. Anyway, note the cracked wall behind us. That's definitely going to be important later. Oh, man. I actually screwed up real bad in my practice run because I wasn't paying attention, and I missed that one, and then in another practice run, I missed yet another one. Anyway, we want to go ahead and... we want to head through this door here. I don't want to say go ahead and head. That sounds stupid. Yeah, we want to head through this door and take care of these spikes. I don't know if I've identified these yet. I probably haven't, actually. It's a spike. Aim for it when it retracts its spikes. Or you can just shoot it while the spikes are out, and it'll make it retract its spikes. Thanks for telling me that too, Navi. That would have been helpful, don't you think? Isn't that kind of a crucial detail? Anyway, once we eliminate them all, something happens. You don't say, Spork. Something is always happening when you're playing the game. Duh! Anyway, we got bombs. I like bombs. Bombs are good. And in here we should have the dungeon map. We would normally get this before we get the compass, but I'm a renegade for life, man. I'll get them in reverse order for this dungeon because it's really easy to do so. So now our map finally looks proper. We can see where the floor is, and I guess the layout along with where we are and where we came from. Jeez, man, that's always nice. So yeah, there's this thing here, and if we check it, it says, those who wish to open the path sleeping at the bottom of the lake must play the song passed down by the royal family. And by now, we all know which one that is. It's Zelda's Lullaby, of course. So when we play this, the water is actually going to drop all the way down, man. It's going to drop faster than the bass. Not even kidding. There it goes. So much for the water temple. Water temple's got no water now. Okay, so here, there's two ways to do it. We can either use Din's Fire to light the torches, or we can shoot arrows through the one that's already lit. So since this isn't too hard to pull off, I'll just do it this way, because I think this is the way they intend you to do it. Not even sure at this point. We better get this fast, though. Oh, look at that, I managed to screw it up. We gotta light the other one again, because it took too long. Crap! I had an easy time with this in my practice runs. Jeez, man. Well, I guess that wasn't so bad. We got it. Might as well get more arrows. Are you serious? That pot didn't break? Anyway, let's get going. And here we have a new enemy, I guess. Shellblade. Its internal muscle is its weak point. So we want to just get close to these, prepare a hookshot, and shoot at the moment it opens up. That's how this is supposed to work. Ta-da! Booyah! It's almost easier than fighting the spikes, to be honest. Almost. Guess it all depends on your definition of easy and how good you are with different enemies. And I don't know why I picked up those arrows. I don't even need them. But anyway, in this chest we have a small key. Yes, there are a lot of keys to collect. There are a lot of keys to collect in this dungeon. And we want to make doubly sure that we don't miss a single one. Otherwise, we're going to have a really bad time. So yeah, it's a good thing I did a few practice runs before I started recording this. Otherwise, I'd probably be having a bad time right now. I might have even missed that key like I did. Oops, derp. I don't even know how I even managed to miss that. That's so obvious. Anyway, over here we have a cracked floor, so we want to whip out our bombs. You know what? I'm actually curious to know if I can do this with a hammer. Can I do it with a hammer? Come on, man, work with me. Okay, the hammer doesn't work on this. You actually do have to use bombs. Well, I learned something new today, so that's cool. Oh man, it is so nice to be able to hear again. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know what I'm talking about, but basically, my left ear got all clogged up and I couldn't hear out of it at all. It was horrible. And so I tried home remedies, like I made a solution of salt water and I let that soak into my ear, and then I tried to flush it out with, like, just in the shower, flush it out and unclog my ear, and that didn't work. So then I went to Walmart, where I work, actually. Like, I actually had to, like, work, like, 3 days with my ear clogged, but basically, after I got off work, or was it before work? Either way, I bought, like, something from the pharmacy section, which was, like, an earwax removal kit, so I tried treating my ear with that a couple times a day for a few days, and it had no effect either. Like, I guess it softened the wax, but I just couldn't flush it out with the bulb syringe it came with. And it was such a huge annoyance to not be able to hear, so basically I had to go to urgent care, which is kind of like ER, but like 1/3 the price or something, and it was supposed to be covered by insurance, but I guess as it turns out, my insurance status was inactive, so the visit for them to flush out my ear ended up costing me $300. Can you believe it? I couldn't believe it either, man. Of course, the good thing is I ride my bicycle to work, so I don't have to bother with car insurance and other expenses like that. So, I had the money to pay, but still, man, I'm out $300. Anyway, back to the game, I suppose. You're supposed to use a spin attack here, but a jump strike works equally well. And here we have our very first Skulltula of the dungeon. But yeah, even though that cost me $300, I'm so glad I went, because, man, I don't know how much more I could stand of that crap. I was like the old man at work. I felt like an old man who couldn't hear. People would talk to me, and I'd be like, "What? Can you repeat that?" And I would like talk all loudly, probably, because I couldn't hear myself very well either. Like, my right ear was fine, but tell you what, man, just even one ear makes you feel like you've lost almost all your hearing. At least it did for me, and I find that to be really strange and interesting, to be honest. So I guess it was kind of a learning experience too, even though it was a terrible thing that happened. Anyway, I think we want to take off our iron boots here and float back up to the surface. We got the gold Skulltula, that's all there was in there, unfortunately. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so, oh man, I was telling my story, and I hope I didn't miss anything while I was doing that. Oh man. Really hope I didn't miss anything. Because there should be another small key this way, right? And I definitely know we're supposed to get 2 small keys before we unlock the door in the center. So here's hoping. I had a bad time in my practice runs. Luckily, they were just that, practice runs. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I definitely need to have 2 keys before I enter the center. Enter the center, I like the way that rhymes. And I'm weird like that, I like rhyming, I guess. Or stupid rhymes. I don't even know. But I'm so busy talking, I'm not even playing properly at this point. I'm trying to use my hookshot to get up there, but I don't think you can. I had to once again take off the boots and float yawningly upward. Yeah, that's a word I invented, yawningly. It means like really slowly and boring, and it makes you tired just thinking about it. Yep, I'm starting to make up words now. Like, if other people can make up words, how come I can't make up words? I'm gonna have my own Sporkinator vocabulary by the time this LP is over. Okay, not really, but still. Oh man, that was MLG Pro right there. And I don't really like saying MLG Pro because it's stupid, but I guess that's the joke. It's so dumb it's funny, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we hit that switch, as you can see, the geyser comes up, and that allows us to get across to this door on the other side. So there's that. Oh gosh, it's a swirling vortex of dizziness, destruction, and death. Or doom, destruction, and death, something like that. I'm quoting Josh Jepson there. I was actually watching his Ocarina of Time LP not too long ago. I actually finished watching the whole thing. It was really quite good, even though it was old. Was it 2012 or 2013? Yeah, it's definitely a few years ago that he made that LP. And the video quality is absolutely horrible, but I blame YouTube for that. But man, it was so enjoyable. I highly recommend watching Josh Jepson play Ocarina of Time. I mean, he doesn't keep his language perfectly clean like I do while I'm recording, but still, man. Definitely worth watching if you're not easily offended. It was a real good LP. I'll definitely say that. He's pretty funny, maybe even funnier than me. Then again, I am my harshest critic, so I don't always know. Oh shoot, we gotta get in here before the door shuts. We don't have time to mess around, man. Haha, you missed me, fool. Oh man, I usually kill both of those before I head up here, but I didn't manage to do that this time. Anyway, in this chest we have a small key. Da 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 da! I got a thing. You can use it only in this dungeon. It's a thing that you can ding. Okay, that's stupid. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Okay, so yeah, did I mention this already? I think I did, but yeah, switching boots is the most annoying part of this dungeon. But now that I've floated down there, I think I could take the boots off and just be home free. I'm not even gonna bother to kill that shell blade. Man, it's pointless. I'm just gonna leave him behind and be like, bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be a shell blade. Man, it must really suck to be a shell blade. What do you do all day while you're inside the water temple waiting for Link? It's like literally your only purpose, right? I don't know. Maybe the shell blades just live here and don't actually care about Link, and they just attack anything that comes close. I don't know. We should learn more about, what is it, biology? When you study animals, is that biology or is that something else? Can't remember at the moment. But yeah, it would be really cool to learn more about these fictional creatures that inhabit the world of The Legend of Zelda. A lot of them are really pretty interesting, and even parody things that exist in real life, obviously, because obviously the shell blades look like clams, and the spikes look... I don't know, we even know what the spikes are supposed to look like. They're just spikes. Oh man, I wasn't supposed to take off the boots here. But lesson learned. Yeah, here we can't float high enough to grab the edge, so we're going to have to use our hook shot, and good thing there's actually a target up here, otherwise we'd be totally stuck. So there you have it. Oh gosh, run, roll, rock and roll, run from the spikes. They're coming for us. Oh no, oh no. Anyway. I think this is the last of the places we have to visit. I've already got the 2 small keys I need, but I do actually want to come here on purpose to point out a problem we have. We have a problem, see? There's a locked door on the other side, and there's a hookshot target to help us get to it, but we can't reach it. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to ignore this for now and come back to it later. It'll definitely be important later. We'll eventually get to that later on. So now let's head back, unfortunately. So now I believe we are good to go to enter the center tower. And how long have I been recording? Have I reached 20 minutes yet? I don't think I have. I'm gonna check real quick. Yeah, I think we have, actually. So, I thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Ocarina of Time. I am the Sporkinator, and I will see you next time. I may not be perfect, but at least I'm good at the water temple. Booyah! I don't mean to brag, I'm sorry. Anyway, goodbye for now, guys. I will see you next time. Keep being awesome until then.